Hey traders, this is Cousin Vinny coming to you on November the 6th, Sunday night, with a quick look at the week ahead and what I will be watching going into Monday. Note that the Prime Minister of Greece has been talking about stepping down and has been meeting with opposition leaders, so that should be interesting as far as news going into Monday. Now I have an ES chart up here, the daily, and what I want you to note is where we closed, right at this neckline area of that previous head and shoulders top, and that's significant because we have been bumping around in this area over the past couple of days, Thursday and Friday. Okay, and note that the futures are a little bit down from that level after having tested 1259.50, I think, Sunday night. So you can see where we ran up and we have been moving back off of that level, basically in a descending channel, which should break to the upside, statistically speaking. Okay, so I'll be watching for this to move higher. This trend line went out, I believe it was from Friday, and we are pretty much down at the support and the 200 period moving average, so let's keep an eye on that. Okay, so anyway, back to the ES daily. Let's also check out and keep our eyes on this level here. From this high down to this pivot here. Okay, note that we're right at the 1257, 1258 area, so keep an eye on this tomorrow. So if we break above this, my thoughts are that we either move higher, note the relative strength, okay, that we came down, we bottomed, and we're turning higher, okay, or we could move back down. Alright, for now I think the possibility is that we move up, we make it through the 100% level, and we start to charge up on the extension, the 127. So the 1311 will be a nice target. But keep an eye on your relative strength and your stochastic if you use one or the other for this to continue to move higher back up into the overbought range. Okay? So for the time being, it looks pretty good. We've had several candles where we had wicks down here, and we moved higher off of the 1227 level. And the area where we broke out before would be an area to keep in mind as well, right? The 1208, 1205 area. Okay, but for now we have that 1255 neckline to deal with. Looking at the weekly, we had an interesting close for this week. Alright, just get rid of some of this stuff. Note that we had relative strength continuing higher, considering the week that we had, or the few weeks that we had previous. This hammer is giving us something of a better signal than if it had closed lower, obviously. Okay, so we did see some buyers step in here during the week. Watching the euro, this pivot high, okay, down to this low on 11.1. I'm looking at these fib levels here, the 382, which is right above us. So if you watch your 15-minute and shorter time frames, this will give you a better indication of how we could trade during the week. Alright, note we're ascending back up into this channel. So I'd be mindful of that Monday, Tuesday if you have trades on. I have a swing on Amazon that I got into at 214.77 early on, right before lunchtime, and we came back down. I didn't get stopped out. My stop was down here at the 214 area. I moved higher. I got rid of 100 shares, and I'm still holding 50 that I have swing through the weekend. A little bit risky, but I had some calls as well, and I'm pretty comfortable with the position since I have some decent profits. Okay, so that's Amazon. Also had some spiders that I'm watching in this descending channel. Okay, we've been moving higher in this 30-minute channel, and we broke down through it on the first, and we came back up and tested it on Thursday. Okay, and we moved lower, and we're starting to move back up. But notice this: we now have a pivot point here that you can look at on the longer time frames. That this could turn out to be a descending channel. Okay, so keep that in mind. Watch your stochastics and see how we come out of this. Being this is the neckline area, that 125 that I spoke about on the ES. Okay, so I have some SDS as a hedge going into the weekend, so I'm protected on the downside. Only have 100 shares there, and I have some calls as well. So I have SPYs, the 120s. The reason why I took them in the money is the 125s, the November 125. So do note that we have expiry in 2 weeks, so theta will start to kick in pretty heavily. So I'm going to try to get out of this position tomorrow, hopefully, and close all of my November strikes and maybe roll them if they look good, or trade them into Monday and try to take some profits. Okay. I also have a position in CAD. And like Johnny, I'm still watching this for a break higher. Looking at the 60-minute, this descending channel that we have managed to move above on the 60-minute. Okay, and looking at the daily, we're still looking pretty good. The thing that was impressive to me is this descending channel. Stochastic started to move lower, and we kept higher in this channel. So all of the EMAs or MAs, depending on what you use, are below the price right now. So note stochastics is starting to move higher. I'd like to see some volume and be able to take this off. Note the volume at price, this resistance area right here. Okay, this big bar, and the one below it. We are starting to trade above it, so we could get a move early this week. Okay, so I have November calls. I'll probably be looking to take those off if we get a move higher, and then maybe take the December strikes if I can get out there and get a decent price. Okay. Alright, so this is Cousin Vinny coming to you from Day Trading Radio. Remember to use your stops and come visit us in the room. If you don't have membership, be sure to check out the 2-week free trial, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.